Trap number 1, making design decisions before understanding all the facts. Sam runs into this problem time and time again.
It's true. Rushing through the design and planning stage is probably the single biggest mistake that kitchen renovators make. And that's a real shame, because design plays such a key part in maximizing a project's return on investment. Let me give you an example. We're going to call him Mr. Smith. As with all the customer examples on this presentation, Mr. Smith is actually a composite of several different clients, but the point he illustrates is absolutely true to life. We had done a remodeling job on the Smith's bathroom in the early 1990s. It worked out very well. Recently, Mr. Smith called again to find out if we could, as he put it, throw together a standard kitchen. He wanted to surprise his wife when they got back from a summer trip out west. He said we had plenty of time, because they wouldn't return for at least 3 or 4 weeks. If we could get cracking right away, he'd send over an advance payment and a key, and then leave everything to us. Sounds like a contractor's dream, right? Wrong. More like a nightmare. In fact, we almost lost the job when I had to explain that there's no such thing as a standard kitchen. Anybody who tries to tell you otherwise doesn't have your best interests at heart. Every kitchen is as unique as its owners. You're not going to be truly happy with your renovation unless it reflects your needs and your tastes. Fortunately, by the end of our conversation, Mr. Smith did see the logic in this. I met with him at the house and later in the showroom. And when we finished the job, still very close to his original timeline by the way, he was extremely happy and his wife was ecstatic. The only surprises were good ones. Simply by committing a little more time and thought up front, Mr. Smith had saved them both frustration and possible disappointment further down the road.
The lesson here is obvious. A successful kitchen renovation is built on careful planning and consultation, not blind haste or trial and error. Here are some of the most important things to think about before the first workman ever sets foot in your house. First, think about style. Your style. Look at the adjoining rooms. If you can, merge their decor with the style of your new kitchen by using complementary materials or colors. For example, you'll create a much more natural flow as people travel from one room to the next. Second, give some real thought to why you're renovating in the first place. This will help your contractor make a more practical contribution. Maybe your needs have changed. Maybe your family is bigger now and you need a separate eating area. Or maybe it's smaller now and you do more entertaining. Maybe you have several cooks and they're constantly tripping over each other. Maybe someone in the family's getting older and needs more convenient access. Answering these questions will help determine how much workspace you need, how much storage area you need, how the cabinet should be laid out, whether you should consider installing an island.
Don't let all these questions scare you off. By answering them now, you're laying the groundwork for a kitchen that works for you. Other things to think about include ventilation. A fan vented to the outside could keep cooking odors from spreading throughout the house. If you build it in when the walls are open, it could be made all but invisible. There's also lighting. A kitchen with dark corners or hard-to-see drawers can be a dangerous place. The best kitchens have lots of light, both general illumination and task lighting above the counters. And what about your present appliances? How many years do they have left? And how easy will it be to fit new ones into the old spaces later on when your cabinetry has already been installed?
Another big issue at the design stage is efficiency. Kitchen designers often talk about a work triangle. That's the area between your sink, your fridge, and your stove. These are three main features of any kitchen. Is there enough distance separating them? When you open a door, is it going to swing out into the middle of traffic? Or block off another appliance? Or will it swing away from the action instead of toward it? In some ways, these two are safety questions. A kitchen offers more opportunities for injury than any other room. Cutting, chopping, grinding, hot burners and steaming pots, electrical appliances near running water. And finally, there's the whole matter of personality. Do you feel more at home in the kitchen with a large open feeling or a smaller, more contained space? Do you like warm pastel colors or cooler, more neutral shades? What about existing doors and windows? Are they as attractive, secure, and energy efficient as they could be?
Of course, you don't have to act on all of these. Every kitchen needs something different, but now's the time to sit down and take a long, careful look at your kitchen. From floor to ceiling, from entrance to exit. Don't see it as it is, but as it should be. You see, contrary to what most people assume, the amount of pleasure you get out of your new kitchen will not be a matter of how much money you put into it, but how well it meets your family's unique needs. And you are as well qualified as any contractor to make that judgment.
Now let's turn to the next of those renovation traps we mentioned earlier. Trap number 2, choosing cabinets, appliances, and fixtures that deliver too little value.